At the corporate level, MicroStrategy is a business intelligence company, and we provide sophisticated hyper intelligence / business intelligence software tools to big enterprises. And the next step for us is to take that intelligence software and plug it into the blockchain data set and make it possible for anybody to do blockchain analytics on the Bitcoin blockchain for any purpose they might want, and then put that in the market as some kind of commercial offering. And so I think you'll see us do that, and we'll look at any other related areas where we can bring together our software assets in order to create something of commercial value in the Bitcoin world. Like people will go, oh, you like Bitcoin? Are you going to go into Bitcoin mining? Well, no, I have no expertise, no assets in mining to speak of. You're going to do Bitcoin mining, you better know energy and have a free source. You better, have a source of Bitcoin mining ASICs, and you better know how to operate a miner. And the fact that I think Bitcoin's a good idea doesn't mean I'm going to compete with the miners any more than I'm going to compete with Binance. No, I'm not an exchange. Am I going to create a bank? No, I'm not going to create a bank. I mean, am I going to create a hardware wallet? No. I mean, I think that the Bitcoin economy is just that, right? Square came out with their announcement yesterday, which was just unbelievable. They said they sold $1.7 billion worth of Bitcoin on the Square Cash application in the last 12 weeks, up by a factor of 2 quarter over quarter, up by a factor of 11 year over year. Okay, they're a mobile bank. And by the way, they're going to be mobile payment rails, and they're going to bridge all of the payment the payment gaps the Bitcoin's blockchain doesn't solve for it. And they're going to give people a savings account in the Bank of Bitcoin in one click from a mobile app. And that makes sense because they're a $90 billion market cap company with all their assets in mobile payments. So they're going to do that. And PayPal's going to do something similar. And I applaud them from doing it. And I hope the Coinbase and Binance and Kraken and the like do their thing. And, MicroStrategy is a publicly traded company. We're going to be the best publicly traded company with a Bitcoin treasury we can be. And we're going to set an example to any other publicly traded company on how you should manage your Bitcoin treasury. And hopefully people will follow us. And that's a cross I have to bear, right? I can't unbe what I am. I have 30 years in being that thing. So I want to be the best version of that thing on the Bitcoin standard that I can be. So logically, I can be an advocate. I can channel the Saylor.org to provide education. I can channel 100 million lines of business intelligence code, and I can channel it to provide intelligence, blockchain intelligence. And then I can channel MicroStrategy as a public entity, to be a great Bitcoin treasury company. And by John, that's enough.
I was going to say
that's enough. But I think that, at the end of the day, I have no, delusions about my place in the universe. Like if I disappear, the world will roll on without me. And if I'm 0.1% of the Bitcoin economy, that's fine. And the obvious conclusion is, at the point that Mark Zuckerberg decides to buy Bitcoin and he buys $10 billion worth of Bitcoin, he could be the Terra Chad. And if Mark is the Terra Chad and Jeff Bezos follows him, I'm happy to fade into the shadows and be a small footnote in the history books. There was a guy, but he's gone now because everybody knows that Mark Zuckerberg is the Terra Chad that saved Bitcoin. Fine. On the day that Mark Zuckerberg says Bitcoin is built into WhatsApp and built into Facebook, I will be doing this. It'll be fine with me, and I have no delusions of grandeur, and I have no thoughts that I'm not here to fix Bitcoin. I'm not here to be the world's greatest miner. I'm not here to grab for everything I can see. The lesson that I would give to anybody starting out in business is you got to know your own limitations and take a stoic view. Just because you can do a thing doesn't mean you should do a thing. And out of 1,000 good ideas, you can probably commercialize one. And if you focus 150% on the one, and you put all your heart and your soul and your energy into that, and you bring an overwhelming amount of your assets to one thing, maybe the world will find value for you. But maybe it won't, right? Yeah. But your best chance is you focus all of your energy where you have all of your assets. Make your decision, set your values, channel your energy into that thing, and be happy with whatever the universe gives you. And if you fail, like if you try it and it's not working, that's kind of the world's way of saying you might want to focus more. Maybe, maybe you're not so good at that. Maybe I've done a lot of things that I love. I never did anything I didn't love, but sometimes you have to give them up. Like I launched a company called Alarm.com to bring home automation. It's like all these home automation things. I did it in 1999. And I loved it. I loved it. I ended up spinning it off and gave it up. It's like the child that I lost because I couldn't commercialize it. They raised an extra $250 million, went public with Goldman Sachs. They're a multi-billion-dollar publicly traded company right now. Right. Best to keep your expectations low. Don't get too committed to one particular thing, but if you buy Bitcoin with no leverage, people are like, well, is it going to dump the thing? Well, I'm not buying it with 50x leverage or 100x leverage. If you buy that with 100x leverage and it goes down $200, you're getting wiped out, That's a problem. How about if you buy with no leverage? When you buy with no leverage and when it goes down by 90%, you're just sitting around asking yourself, is this the time to buy with whatever else I've got left? And when it gets down to 95%, you're like, well, maybe is this the point for me to go all in, right? So if you take a long view and you're, strong hands, that meme really just refers to take a long view, don't leverage yourself too much. By the way, the sad fact of the matter is a lot of people that dump this stuff, they don't dump it because they got leverage. They dump it because intellectually they fell in love with this low volatility future. It's like they're thinking that they've got a stop loss 5% below the market. It's like creating, plans are like putting in stop loss orders. It's like, did you ever put a stop loss order on your daughter, your son? Like, would you put a stop loss order on something you loved? I don't think so, right? So in this particular case, my view is, it's Bitcoin. Do I have a better option in the world?